whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Newport turns 175 this week, and while our little yet proud town has had a few bumps and bruises along the way, it shows some signs of wear and tear and have rusted a few places. A short trip across the river bridge let us all know we were almost home. I'm proud to call Newport home. There is a richness about a small town that cannot be found anywhere else. Let us continue with opening ceremonies. Please join me in welcoming the Mayor of Newport, Mary Hendrick.
Good afternoon. As the Mayor of Newport, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my congratulations as we start the commemoration of the founding of Newport 175 years ago, and to extend best wishes for a meaningful and memorable celebration. I know how much time and effort has going into planning the preparation for this celebration, as I have been on this committee for the last 5 years. So therefore, at this time, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of those that have served on the steering committee to help make this celebration a success.
I'd like to welcome back to the stage Lauren Eschenauer, here to share with us God Bless America.
God bless America, them that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for including me in this celebration of Newport's historic 175th anniversary. I'm Rob Teplitz. I represent most of Dauphin County and all of Perry County in the state Senate. It's been a great opportunity getting to know the folks of this community since December, when I formally took over Perry County as part of my district, but even in the months leading up to that. I used up all my heat jokes at the 1 o'clock ceremony, so you'll have to forgive me. But speaking of the 1 o'clock, where we dedicated a historical marker at the church down the street. I just wanted to make sure to recognize Karen Galley from the Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission, who was crucial in getting that marker done for this event. And so I'd ask you to join me with a round of applause to thank Karen. It's just a celebration of history. It's also a celebration of community pride. It's a chance for friends and neighbors to gather and enjoy activities, music, and the many other events planned throughout this week. So I want to thank all of the residents, organizations, leaders, volunteers, businesses, and others who worked extremely hard to ensure a successful celebration. I'm honored to present a Senate citation recognizing Newport's 175th anniversary. And I'm also excited to help add to that history. Earlier this year, I introduced legislation to name the bridge on Route 34 that connects the banks of the Juniata River in Newport as the Paul Ryder Bridge. I want to thank the Newport Celebrates 175 Steering Committee and the Newport Revitalization and Preservation Society for suggesting the bridge naming. And I'm particularly grateful to Frank Campbell and Glenn Holloman for providing us with a history of Newport's founder, Paul Ryder. Here we have a replica of the sign that you'll see. Yes.
This Newport community celebrating our 175th anniversary as a borough was for millions of years primeval forest divided from the Buffalo Mountain chain by the river we call the Juniata. Native Americans for thousands of years made their homes along our riverbanks, engaged in gardening, hunting the deep woodlands, for game and fishing the waters for additional subsistence. It was upon these Indian trails through the forests and rivers that second and third generation Europeans first tread in what we know as Perry County. The Indian Treaty of 1755 deeded the land to the descendants of William Penn. It was in the winter of 1755, still in the reign of King George III, that David English patented hundreds of acres between two tributaries, the Little Buffalo and the Buffalo, major waterways which drain much of the interior of Perry County. Along these waters, English built the first mill and settlers began to gather between these two fast-flowing streams. In 1789, after the American Revolution, Paul Ryder, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, purchased the property from English. It was Ryder's sons who in 1804 first plotted lots on this broad bend in the Juniata, where homes and businesses could be constructed. Flatboats pushed off from Rydersville at what is still called Dock Street, carrying early commerce downstream to Harrisburg and other points. As the years passed, this landing acquired the name Newport even before the canal routes arrived in 1829 or the borough established in 1840. The construction of the Juniata Division of the Pennsylvania Canal greatly accelerated growth in Newport and Perry County. The products of farming and forestry began to arrive from the interior of the region, seeking an outlet to more populous markets. For the first time, manufactured goods could travel as easily upstream as downstream. New lots were surveyed in Newport, and the population increased to approximately 400 by the time the borough was legally created. The next acceleration of growth was the construction of the Pennsylvania Railroad, which reached Newport by 1849. The main line traveled through the center of the borough down 3rd Street, and its depot sat for 55 years. It is what is now the Weiser parking lot. Remains of this track can still be seen throughout town. After the Civil War, given our location on a main transportation artery, Newport continued to boom. These 3-story buildings in each corner were built between 1871 and 1876. The Marshall Iron Furnace was belching red smoke in East Newport. The tanneries produced some of the finest leather in America. Along the way, we created a public water system in the 1890s, a sanitation system in the 1950s. We built public schools. We established a library a century ago. We constructed magnificent buildings for our religious congregations. Veterans Park honors our servicemen and women and provides recreation for our children and youth. Fire companies and ambulance companies provide the finest of protection and care, and we saw that even today as they came to the assistance of some of the people that are participating here. Today, over 350 homes and businesses in Newport are on the National Register of Historic Places, an assembly of 19th century American architecture preserved in our community. Our challenge today is to build on the progress of the past. Each generation has challenges, and we have ours in Newport. We will likely not return to the local industries of the past, but we can recognize that history and creativity in all forms have economic value. We are already well on the way to being a destination for out-of-town visitors. Our town is home to an art gallery, unique eateries, antique and gift stores, other neat shops such as a pet store, a health food store, a consignment shop, farmers market, jewelry stores, and salons. Coming soon will be our Newport Heritage Park, and with time, a heritage trail throughout the borough and the entire county. Already this week, historic markers are being dedicated to recognize 2 historic churches and our legacy as part of the Underground Railroad. And later in the week, markers will be dedicated to the bravery of the members of our fire company.